A loved one from heaven, my child, stop. Pause for a moment and open your heart. There is something hidden, something the universe has been waiting for you to see. Right now, in this very instant, the veil between what is seen and unseen is thinning, and a quiet whisper is reaching your soul. It carries a message you were always meant to hear, a truth that may have been waiting for years, silently guiding your steps. Deep within you, you feel it, a gentle pull, a knowing that there is more to your journey than the ordinary. The universe has been arranging moments, people, and signs with divine precision, and now, at this exact time, the hidden thread of your destiny begins to unravel. You are not here by accident. Every tear you've shed, every unanswered question, every longing in your heart, it was preparing you for this revelation. A loved one from heaven is speaking directly to you, not through words you can hear with your ears, but through feelings that touch the depth of your being. Their love, their guidance, has never left you. They have been beside you through every shadow and every triumph, waiting for the moment when your soul could recognize their presence. And today, their message comes alive. The hidden wisdom you've been searching for is within reach, a gift long destined to arrive at this precise moment. There is a divine reason why you stumbled upon this message. It is not chance, it is timing. Something sacred stirs in the corners of your heart, something that will awaken your purpose and illuminate your path. The universe, in its infinite kindness, is revealing what has been quietly guarding your peace and your clarity. Can you feel it? The shift, gentle yet unstoppable, calling you to embrace the life you were always meant to live. Know this, you are loved beyond measure. You are guided, protected, and perfectly aligned with the flow of your highest destiny. Even in moments of doubt or fear, the hidden truths of your journey are waiting to be seen, to be held, and to transform you. Today, let your heart receive this divine assurance. The mysteries of the unseen are opening to you now, bringing hope, clarity, and a radiant sense of purpose. Watch carefully, for every word, every pause, every breath of this message carries a hidden key meant to awaken you. You are not alone. The universe conspires for your happiness, your growth, and your illumination. If this message resonates with your soul, let it ripple outward. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and watch the complete video to uncover the full revelation that has been hidden for you until this moment. Your destiny is ready, and it begins here. Listen closely, beloved, for this moment is wrapped in quiet mystery. I speak now not from thunder, but from the still place where your heart grows silent enough to hear me. You did not arrive here by accident. Every breath you have taken, every tear you have hidden, every question you whispered into the night has gently led you to this moment. I know the weight you carry. I know the name you do not speak out loud anymore. I know the ache that returns when the world becomes quiet. And I tell you this first, before anything else, you are not forgotten, and neither is the one you love. I am the God who sees beyond time, and I hold yesterday, today, and tomorrow in one eternal moment. What you call loss, I call a transition. What you call silence, I call rest. What you call absence, I call closeness beyond understanding. The one you miss has not vanished into nothingness. They have stepped into my light, where love is not fragile, where peace does not fade, where fear has no language. They are not wandering. They are not confused. They are safe in a way your earthly mind cannot yet measure. You have wondered if they can see you. You have asked if they know how much you still love them, how often you speak their name in your heart. Hear me now, love does not dissolve at the edge of heaven. Love is the language of my kingdom. The love you shared was not temporary, it was a seed planted in eternity. Nothing born of love is ever wasted. Nothing offered in love is ever lost. The bond you feel has not been broken, it has been transformed. There are nights when you feel a sudden warmth. A calm that arrives without explanation. There are moments when a memory surfaces with unusual clarity, when a song, a scent, or a quiet thought wraps around you like familiar arms. You have questioned these moments, unsure if they were coincidence or imagination. I tell you now, gently and truthfully, I allow comfort to travel in ways you do not yet understand. I allow reminders not to wound you, but to strengthen you. I do not tease the broken-hearted, I tend to them. I have watched you struggle between holding on and letting go. You fear that healing means forgetting, that moving forward means betrayal. But hear my voice clearly, healing is not abandonment. Healing is honoring what was by allowing what is to breathe. The one you love does not want you trapped in sorrow. They do not want your days dimmed by guilt. In my presence, they know joy without limits, and that joy includes your growth, your laughter, your return to hope. You ask why I took them when I did. You ask why your prayers did not unfold the way you begged me to make them. These questions are not sins. They are human cries, and I receive them without anger. But there are answers your heart cannot yet carry. There are designs too vast to fit into the narrow window of pain. Trust does not mean understanding everything, it means believing that love still governs what you cannot explain. Your loved one from heaven stands not as a ghost of the past, but as a witness to your future. Their story did not end, it expanded. They see you more clearly now than ever before, not with human eyes, but with awareness shaped by truth. They know your strength even when you doubt it. They know the battles you fight in silence. And they stand in peace, not longing to return, but trusting me to guide you forward. I know you have asked for signs. I know you have pleaded for reassurance, for something undeniable. But faith is not built only on spectacle, it is shaped in quiet recognition. The sign you seek is not always dramatic. Sometimes it is simply the strength to rise another day. Sometimes it is the courage to smile again without feeling ashamed. Sometimes it is the unexpected calm that arrives when grief should have overwhelmed you. These are not accidents. These are my fingerprints. Do not believe the lie that heaven is far away. Distance is a concept of the physical world. In my kingdom, love collapses space. What you feel as separation is not a wall, but a veil, thin, temporary, and already marked by promise. There will come a moment, beyond your earthly time, when what feels hidden will be revealed, when what feels broken will be made whole, when every unanswered question will dissolve into understanding. Until that day, I walk with you. I speak to you in ways you are still learning to hear. I am present in your quiet resilience. In your soft prayers, in your moments of doubt. I am not disappointed in your grief. I am not distant from your pain. I am closer now than when life felt simple, because suffering opens doors that comfort never needed. Your loved one is not asking you to look backward forever. They are not calling you to dwell in what was. They are cheering for what will be. They trust me with you, just as you must learn to trust me with them. Heaven is not a place of regret. It is a place of fulfillment. And from that fulfillment flows peace, not sorrow. Remember this, child of my heart, death does not have the final word. Love does. Always love. Love spoke you into being. Love carried your loved one home. Love sustains you even now, when your strength feels thin. You are still held. You are still guided. You are still part of a story far larger than this chapter, and as you continue listening, as your heart leans closer to this quiet truth, there is more I want you to know, about the timing you question, about the dreams you have had, about the gentle nudges you feel but cannot explain, about the role you still have to play in a plan that is unfolding even now, because this message is not finished, and I am not done speaking to you. For what comes next will open your eyes to something you have sensed but never fully understood, and it begins with the moment you realize that even now, in ways unseen, a loved one from heaven is connected to what I am about to reveal, because what you sense is not imagination, and what stirs within you is not random. I am opening your awareness slowly, lovingly, as one opens curtains to morning light so the eyes are not overwhelmed. There are truths that arrive gently, and there are truths that arrive when the soul is finally ready to hold them. You are approaching such a moment now. I tell you this, heaven is not silent. It is alive with purpose. Those who dwell with me are not idle observers drifting in endless calm. They are fulfilled, awakened, aligned with my will in ways that deepen their love rather than erase it. Your loved one has not become distant or cold. They have become clear. Clear of fear. Clear of pain. Clear of confusion. And with that clarity comes a deeper understanding of you, of life, and of how my plan unfolds across generations. You wonder sometimes why memories surface when they do, why certain moments from your past rise unexpectedly, carrying emotion that feels both heavy and warm. These are not meant to trap you in yesterday. They are invitations to recognize continuity. Life does not move in straight lines the way you imagine. It moves in layers. What was is still influencing what is becoming. The love you shared continues to shape who you are, how you choose, how you endure. Your loved one knows the struggles you face now. They know the decisions you hesitate over. They know the fears you mask behind strength. And they do not judge you for your uncertainty. In my presence, judgment dissolves. Only understanding remains. Only compassion. Only encouragement. They do not long to return to earth, for they see the fullness of what awaits you beyond this season. They see how temporary this pain truly is, even when it feels endless to you. I have seen you wrestle with loneliness even when surrounded by others. I have seen you smile while your heart quietly aches. You have wondered if anyone truly notices the depth of what you carry. Hear me clearly, I notice. I have always noticed. And the one you love has entrusted you into my care with complete peace. There is no anxiety in heaven about your future. There is only confidence in my guidance. There are moments when you feel a sudden urge to change direction, to let go of something familiar, to step into unknown territory. You hesitate, thinking the timing is wrong or the risk is too great. But understand this. Grief reshapes you. Loss clears space. Not to punish you, but to prepare you. You are being invited into growth that would not have been possible without this refining fire. This does not mean the pain was good, but it means it will not be wasted. I am not asking you to forget the one you love. I am asking you to carry them differently. Not as a wound that bleeds each time you move, but as a strength that steadies you when you falter. Their influence is woven into your spirit now. Their lessons, their kindness, their laughter, their presence, all of it continues through you. This is one of the ways eternity touches the earth. Do not fear the days when grief returns unexpectedly. Healing is not a straight ascent. It moves like tides, sometimes retreating, sometimes rising. Each wave does not mean you have failed. It means you are human. And I am patient. I do not rush hearts the way the world does. I honor the pace of the soul. You have wondered if you missed something, if there were words left unsaid, moments left unresolved. Regret has whispered to you in the quiet hours. But know this, in my presence, understanding replaces unfinished sentences. Your loved one sees the whole picture now. They know your heart fully, without misunderstanding or doubt. There is no resentment carried forward. Only love remains. I have placed reminders along your path, not to reopen wounds, but to remind you that you are accompanied. Sometimes it is a phrase that seems to speak directly to your situation. Sometimes it is a sudden clarity where confusion once lived. Sometimes it is a peace that arrives without explanation. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations that you are still being guided, still being protected, still being held within a greater design. Your life did not lose its meaning when theirs ended. In fact, meaning is expanding, though you cannot yet see its full shape. There are people you will comfort one day with words you never wanted to learn. There are lives you will touch because you understand sorrow without needing to explain it. There is compassion growing in you that could not have grown any other way. This is not the end of your story, it is a deepening of it. I know you sometimes fear joy, as if happiness would erase the love you carry. You hesitate to laugh fully, to hope boldly, to dream again. But joy is not a betrayal of grief. Joy is a testimony to love's endurance. The one you love does not want your world dimmed forever. They celebrate each step you take toward light. In heaven, joy multiplies when love continues to live. There are questions you still carry about timing, about fairness, about why certain prayers seemed unanswered. I hear them all. Some answers will come slowly, revealed through experience rather than explanation. Others will wait until the veil is lifted completely. But understand this, nothing was random. Nothing was overlooked. Even in moments where it felt like silence, I was working in ways beyond your sight. You are not being punished. You are not being tested beyond your capacity. You are being shaped. Gently, purposefully, lovingly. I am building resilience in you not so you become hardened, but so you become anchored. The storms will not always cease, but you will learn how to stand without being swept away. Your loved one from heaven knows the road ahead of you more clearly now than you do. They know where courage will be required and where rest will be given. They know when you will feel lost and when you will feel found. And they trust me completely with every step you will take. That trust is not blind, it is born of seeing the fullness of my faithfulness, when you feel tired of being strong, bring that weariness to me. When words fail, silence is enough. When faith feels thin, even the smallest hope is enough. I am not measuring you by perfection. I am walking with you through progress. There will come a time when you recognize how this chapter reshaped your soul. You will see how empathy replaced impatience, how depth replaced surface living, how gratitude grew sharper and more honest. You will see how love matured, how faith deepened, how your heart expanded beyond what you once believed possible, and still, there is more unfolding. There are connections you have not yet recognized. There are moments ahead that will echo the presence of the one you love in ways that surprise you. Not as shadows, not as echoes meant to haunt, but as confirmations that nothing holy is ever truly separated. What I join together through love is never erased by time, as you continue forward. Remain attentive. Not anxious, not searching desperately, but open. Open to the gentle guidance that arrives without force. Open to the quiet courage rising within you. Open to the truth that you are part of something eternal, something carefully woven across worlds seen and unseen. I am preparing you for an understanding that will come not through words alone, but through a moment, one that will align pieces you have been carrying separately. When that moment arrives, you will feel recognition rather than shock. Peace rather than fear. Assurance rather than confusion, and when that moment begins to unfold, when you sense that familiar warmth again, when your heart pauses as if listening for something just beyond sound. Remember this: I am with you, your loved one is at peace, and what you are about to realize will change how you see not only loss, but life itself, and I will continue when you tell me to. So now, my child, breathe and let your spirit settle, because what follows is the closing of this revelation, not with fear, but with truth that steadies the soul. I want you to understand something that has quietly shaped your journey. You were never meant to walk this road alone, even when it felt that way. When your loved one crossed from the world you know into the life you cannot yet see, something sacred occurred. Love did not stop flowing, it changed direction. What once moved through words, touch, and shared moments now moves through strength, insight, and quiet protection. This is why you have endured moments you once believed would break you. This is why you are still standing. There were days you thought you would not make it through. Nights when grief pressed so heavily on your chest that breathing felt like work. You wondered if faith was slipping from your hands. But faith did not leave you. It carried you when you could not carry yourself. I was closest to you in those moments, though pain made my presence difficult to feel. Understand this truth: I am never farther away than a whisper, even when tears drown out sound. Your loved one from heaven has no regret about leaving this world behind. They are not longing for what was. They are fulfilled by what is. In my presence, all the fragments of their life came together into understanding. They see now how even the hardest moments fit into a greater harmony. And that understanding has brought them peace so complete that worry no longer exists. This does not mean they forgot you. It means they trust me with you. Trust is the currency of heaven. It replaces fear entirely. And from that trust flows confidence. Confidence that you will be guided, that you will be strengthened, that you will not miss what truly belongs to you. The path ahead may twist in ways you do not expect, but it will not abandon you. I do not lead my children into emptiness. There will be seasons when memories soften, when pain no longer arrives first, when gratitude gently replaces sorrow. Do not feel guilty when this happens. It is not a sign that love is fading. It is a sign that love is healing. You are allowed to live fully again. You are allowed to build new joys. You are allowed to dream without apology. You have asked if you will see them again. Hear me clearly, separation is temporary. Love is eternal. What you shared was not confined to time, and it will not be erased by it. There will come a reunion beyond words, beyond tears, beyond the limits of language. And when that moment comes, you will not feel loss, you will feel completion. Until then, your task is not to wait in sorrow, but to live in meaning. Every day you rise, every kindness you offer, every time you choose hope instead of despair, you are honoring the love you carry. You are continuing the story, not ending it. Heaven does not ask you to stand still. Heaven encourages you to move forward with courage. I know you fear making the wrong choices. I know you worry about missing my will. But I guide more gently than you imagine. I do not hide purpose like a puzzle meant to frustrate you. I reveal it step by step, in ways your heart can hold. If you walk with sincerity, humility, and love, you will not wander far from where you are meant to be. You may still have moments when grief returns unexpectedly. Let it come. Let it pass. Do not build a home in it, but do not reject it either. Grief is not your enemy, it is evidence of love. And love, even when it hurts, is always holy. There will be times ahead when you will sense a quiet reassurance, a calm that settles over you in moments of uncertainty. You may not understand why you suddenly feel steadier, why fear loosens its grip. That is my peace. It does not shout. It rests. I have placed gifts within you that are emerging now: patience, empathy, wisdom born of experience. These gifts will bless others in ways you cannot yet see. Your life still has weight. Your voice still has purpose. Your presence still matters deeply. do not measure your worth by what you lost. Measure it by what you continue to give. Your loved one from heaven knows that your journey is not finished. They see chapters ahead filled with meaning, connection, and growth. They know there will be moments of laughter again, real laughter, not forced. They know your heart will open in new ways without losing what it already holds. And I want you to remember this above all else: you are not being watched from a distance. You are being loved from eternity. When doubt creeps in, return to what you know, not what you fear. You know that love was real. You know it changed you. You know it still lives within you. That is enough to trust that it continues beyond what you can see. I am not asking you to understand everything today. I am asking you to take the next step with me. Just one. Tomorrow will unfold when it arrives. Grace is given daily, not all at once. As this message comes to its close, let it settle gently within you. Do not rush away from it. Carry it with you into your quiet moments. Let it remind you that you are held, that you are guided, that you are deeply known. The story of your loved one did not end in loss. Your story did not break in sorrow. And my story, which holds you both, is still unfolding. Rest now in this truth: nothing precious was taken from you. Nothing eternal was lost. Nothing loving was wasted. I am with you. They are at peace. And love remains, unshaken, unbroken, everlasting. Amen.